We already went through and created all of the necessary parts for our jewelry box and the shelf supports. What we forgot to do, we're going to go ahead and do here. Switch to your 3D model tab. We're going to add fillets to uh, the trim on the top and the bottom. And let's see what quarter-inch fillets look like. If we do 0.25 and then click on our edges here, and on the bottom edges we'll have to rotate this guy around and say apply. Okay, and what you should see is a nice rounding over of all of the edges. This is called a fillet when you round over an edge. You do this on the router in the wood shop. Okay, now that we have that done, let's go ahead and instead of making the drawings, let's skip over to a presentation view. So let me make sure this is saved because we just made a change. Now I'm going to go New, Presentation. And just like with the other projects, you always start with the thing in the top left corner. This time it's Create View, and because we're in a project file, Jewelry Box is the only assembly that's in the file that we're working with. So I click OK. And we want to do Tweak Components. I'm going to click somewhere to place a vector. Okay, and then we have the option to move objects in the X, Y, or Z direction. I'm going to choose the X direction. And I'm going to grab this trim piece. You know what? Let me cancel that. Let me put a vector down. I'll move in the Z direction first. Let's just take the whole lid off. So I'm going to click on the 4 trim pieces and then click and drag the middle piece up. You can't just click it because that'll then select the thing that's under it. Okay, so I'll drag that up and hit clear. Put another vector down. Now I'm going to go through and explode this out. So I do want to move in the X direction now. I'll drag this 1 inch. I'll do the same kind of thing here. Oh, have to hit clear in between. Boom, X, click and drag. Make that exactly 1 inch. Click, this time in the Y direction. Drag, change that to 1 inch. And same thing here. 1 inch. Okay, then I want to lift this shelf out. So I'm going to put my vector down somewhere, and I'm going to pick my 4 side pieces, 1, 2, 3, and 4, my inside pieces, 1, 2, and 3, and then I have to click and drag this bottom piece up. And already I can tell I should have lifted up the other part a little higher. So let me hit clear. Let's close this out. I'm going to go to my exploded view, jewelry box, and the whole it's not shown as a subassembly, so that's unfortunate. But let's see if we can find just the lid. This went up 10. Let's see if we can make it 15 instead. And the trim pieces did not go with it. But if I hover over it, it'll tell me where it is over here. So let's make this 15. My 7-inch trim we can make go up 15. Another 12-inch trim piece. And the last one, where is this? There it is. Alright, so now those are up a little bit higher. Looks nicer. Okay. Let's pull all this apart then. So we'll go back to Tweak Components. We'll click, it doesn't matter where you click. You can click anywhere. This is just telling you what direction you're going to start pulling stuff. And yeah, let's go and pull all of these dividers straight up. A little bit higher. Okay, we'll make that exactly 3 inches. Place another vector. This time it can go in the Y direction. We'll drag this out a little bit. Let's go out 1.5. It'll look best if we do the same thing on the other direction. So we'll make that 1.5. Okay, those are all pulled out 1.5. Let's go ahead and start messing with the rest of the stuff down here then. So say clear, I'll put a vector down, and I think I'm going to pull all 4 of my splines out. Oh, I forgot to tell it a direction, in the X direction. I don't know if you noticed, but I was careful to pull from a blank spot on the screen. If I try to go back and grab one of these, I would have grabbed that with it. Let's make that go out 3 inches. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so I'll place my vector. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I didn't click and drag, so I'm going to click over here, make that 3 inches. These sides I can just click and drag. I'll make that 1.5. We'll do 1.5 on all 4 of those. We'll drop the bottom down about 3 inches. Okay. Look back at our isometric view or home view. Everything looks pretty good. If you want to see how it all comes together, you click animate, change this to a smaller number like 5, hit apply, and then play. And this will give you a preview of what you have to do to put the box together. And take it back apart. And if you really want to get technical, you can change the order of things. If you don't like how it comes apart and goes together, you can group different things or remove certain things. So like over here, the splines, these happen at 6 and 7. I could choose to say all of these. I should be able to say that they're all grouped. No, it doesn't like that though. Oh well. It doesn't matter for what we're doing. You know what? Let's just go ahead and save this. We'll get ready to do some drawing sheets on the next video. Save, and jewelry box IPN is fine. Say yes to all, because you're modifying all of the files that are in here, and click OK.